Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy early Christmas or Christmas Eve for all who are watching today. Today I'm going to be recapping 90 Day Fiance Season 6 Episode 10. So it seems like they're kind of winding down the season, and there's probably like one or two more episodes left because you're finally getting to see people getting married and basically seeing the end of their like 90-day journey. So with that being said, let's get into the couples. So let's start off with Ashley and Jay. So they were in Vegas and they're getting married. They're getting married at like an Elvis chapel with no one there, like literally no one there. Just them two. I thought their vows were very funny. Because I already know they got married in Jamaica, I'd say like that's their more like serious wedding. Here in America, they can do kind of the elope thing. They seem very in love, they seem very happy, and then all of a sudden they kind of fast forward to like the week after, and like Ashley's sitting there kind of copying an attitude, and the producers are like, hey, like what's wrong? And she said like the day they came back from their wedding, he out of sheer boredom signed up for Tinder and was talking to this girl. Ashley caught him FaceTiming her at midnight, and she was kind of like, what's the deal? Like, please be honest with me. She had already talked to this girl and found out the deal. Obviously Jay didn't say he was married, like that's not what Tinder's for. And no one like says they're married on Tinder, but you know, still looking for someone. That's more like Ashley Madison. And so yeah, she confronts him about it and says like, be honest with me, like tell me the truth and stuff. And he tells her the truth, and I'm not surprised. The sheer boredom thing is a stupid excuse, because you had just got married. That type of thing. It's been like a couple months. You were bored then too, so, and you didn't get on Tinder, you didn't create Tinder then. It was just an excuse. What he should be doing is, he's bored, go to the gym. You're bored, like he can drive, he can get around places. Like, go take some classes or something, like do something. Like, being on Tinder is not an excuse. She got really mad and stuff, and she was kind of telling him like it's over type of thing, and he got mad and he punched the wall, which, okay, who's gonna be fixing that wall, Jay? You can't be punching people's walls and stuff. And he got mad and he left and stuff, and Ashley right now doesn't want him there. She's kind of regretting her decision because she does have to support him for 10 years and stuff, and Ashley's kind of like, oh, I knew it, I shouldn't have done this, and blah blah. She has like all these regrets and stuff, and I think she went to go talk to Natalie and stuff like this. I don't know for what reason, for Natalie to say like, I told you type of thing. And that's kind of where we left off with them. It's still very much a cliffhanger. It wasn't like they lived happily ever after. It was a cliffhanger with them, but like they're gonna be fine type of thing. I'm not worried about them. So let's go to Colt and Larissa. So Debbie and Larissa haven't spoken to each other in a couple weeks because of the fight that happened at the barbecue, which like I don't blame both of them. Like, I'm not talking to you if you're gonna talk to me that way and blah blah blah. It's kind of weird because they live in the same house, so it's kind of like I see you in passing, but I have to kind of pretend you're not there, but I know you're there, type of thing. And so Colt speaks with Debbie and says like, Mom, like I really love her, I want to be with her and stuff, and like, and tell me like we need to like fix this in some way. And she told Colt like she needs to apologize to me, she's been acting crazy, like I don't know what her problem is, and blah 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 blah. And Colt understands that, and I guess he basically talked to Larissa and told her like, I need you to make amends with my mom, and like kind of be friends, or be cordial or friendly. And like Debbie states that like she doesn't know she can forgive Larissa, she doesn't even want Larissa in her family, she says all this stuff, and I can understand what, like, coming from like Debbie's point of view, but like Debbie also, this is, I feel like a lot of the problems wouldn't happen um, if they kind of live separate lives. Everything is merged together, and I feel like Colt and Debbie are like one identity, and it shouldn't be that way. They are their own people, and I think Debbie needs to live Debbie's life, hang out with Debbie's friends, do things that Debbie likes, and Colt needs to do the same type of thing. It's like the saying, three is a crowd, really, really means something in this relationship, because like I feel like a lot of times three is a crowd for them, and which causes conflict and stuff. So I guess the peace offering was to go get their nails done, and I have to say, like, I commend Larissa, because Larissa's very fiery, and I feel like Larissa can be very, like, I don't know, she kind of came off as a person who can hold a grudge and stuff, but, like, she is just putting it on the table. She's like, I'm sorry, like, I shouldn't have been acting that way, and I want to make amends with you, I want us to be friends, like, I'm getting married to your son, and stuff like this, which I was like, okay, okay, and Debbie was like, okay, yeah, you know, I can be a bitch too, and like, Debbie was going back on everything she said, and Debbie says like, oh, I'm going to move out and live on my own, and blah blah blah, and then, which Debbie wasn't feeling that way before, and now Larissa's like, no, 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 you can't go anywhere, you have to stay with us, and I'm like, Larissa, you finally got what you wanted. You fought for these like 90 days. You finally got what you wanted, and you're like, no, stay. So I'm just like, these two people are confusing me. I don't know what they want and stuff. But like they seem okay. Like they don't seem like they're best friends, which is fine. But they seem okay enough to not like have like a hostile living environment, and for them to kind of get along cordially. So their wedding should go off with a hitch, as long as Colt's cousin, I think his name is John, doesn't say anything, or if he even shows up. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that's it with them. Okay, so the next couple is Jonathan and Fernanda. So the story picks up where we left off with them fighting. She says, I guess her last words are, I can't do this, John. And I thought she left the house, and then like at first I was like, where is she going? Because I thought this whole argument is she's lonely, she has nowhere to go. But, so I was like, where's she going? But she didn't leave the house. They slept in different rooms, and Jonathan is like really scared because he doesn't want this to end, and he was just like, I really care about this relationship, and I want to be in it, but like she's also telling me that she wants to go home and stuff like this. So Fernanda goes on a walk, and she writes a letter to him. When she comes to the house, she says like, I have this thing to tell you. So Jonathan's like, oh my god, like he's thinking the worst, like she's gonna tell me like, oh, you know, this was nice while it lasted, but it's over now, bye, type of thing. And once again, like, there are some people becoming a bigger person in these couples. Fernanda apologizes, because I did think she was overreacting for the way she was acting, like she wanted to end a relationship over this, and I didn't think this was an argument that would end the relationship. This is more like an argument like, okay, we need to find a solution to this problem, and not like it's over type of thing. So I did think she was overreacting, and I'm glad that she kind of thought about it and figured it out, and like you could tell like Jonathan was like, whew, oh my god, thank god, because I thought she was gonna try to kick me out, blah blah blah. So no, and he was just like, you know, I'm sorry for like not, I guess, considering you or whatever. And Jonathan was like, so like, if I let you know where I am, like, can I still be out and stuff? And Fernanda's like, when I say come home, like, you need to come home. No, but if I say to come home now, you need to come home now. And Jonathan's like, fair enough. And I was just like, okay, they made the agreement, they both agreed on it, but like that's still a little cuckoo. But I think as soon as Fernanda is able to go to school or do something, have an activity that she can do throughout the day, that problem will go away on its own. But for right now, like, she needs Jonathan. But like that wasn't a major problem. And like this couple is like boring overall because they're a real couple and a normal couple. They have their problems, they solve it, and they get over it, type of thing. So that's it with them. The next couple is Kalani and Asuelu. So there's some drama here. So this is after Kalani tells her mom that she's pregnant and stuff. And they're gonna get married in California, so they have to go back to California. They have 2 days for the wedding, and it seems like Kalani didn't plan anything. That's how much doubt she had that if she wanted to marry Asuelu. I think if you had that much doubt, you need more time. Like, if I know, like, I set a wedding to, like, for example, if my wedding was December 25th, and I had what, well, kind of December, November, October, probably October. I knew I was having a wedding on December 25th. And every day that passed by, other than the venue, I've done nothing. Nothing. I've told people that I'm having a wedding and to come on this date, but I've done nothing. And then on December 23rd, being like, oh my god, I have so much things to do. Like, if I have that much doubt, like, I think they need more time. And she still will not leave Oliver alone with Asuelu. So, like, I think after a week, 2 weeks, you should feel comfortable enough to leave your baby with your man, type of thing. Even if you gave them a month, even for them, they had like 2 months. Like, at this point, you should feel comfortable with him not watching, but like being and taking care of your son. So I always find it weird when she leaves Asuelu alone, but like the baby's with somebody else. So she has decided that she's going to tell Kolini that she's pregnant before the wedding because she doesn't want to keep it from her. Yeah, she's going to keep it from her father, and then her mother knows. I'm like, her mom is good at keeping secrets, because in my family, if one person knows, they're going to secretly tell someone else, which is going to secretly tell someone else, and then everyone's going to know. So, like, kudos to her mom. She really kept that secret. And so Kolini is holding a bachelorette party for her, and she states that, like, she's not gonna drink, and Kolini thinks she's not gonna drink because she's breastfeeding. But little does she know that, like, she's pregnant. But I don't even think she would have drank that much, because she's breastfeeding. And so they go to a bar. They have the decorations. It's very festive, very nice. And I thought she was gonna tell Kolini, like, at the end, like when all her friends are gone and stuff. In the middle of the festivities, she's like, I need to talk to my sister privately, please. And she tells Kolini she's pregnant, and Kolini cries. And I'm just like, if my grown sibling told me she's pregnant, like, there's no reason for me to get upset. There's no reason for me to cry, because this is not my child, and I'm not taking care of the child. Your sister, who's telling you she's pregnant by her soon-to-be husband for the second time, it shouldn't make you cry, unless it's happy tears. It's not your problem that they didn't use protection. It's not your problem that they're not financially stable and stuff. That's for them to figure out. Like, she is a grown woman. She needs to figure this out, type of thing. It's not your responsibility to be like, well, now I have to go take care of the kid and stuff like that. Like, no, none of that's your responsibility. You should just take it in, kind of maybe give your sister a little lecture of like, come on, you make sure you gotta wrap it up, you know, having babies is not a good thing right now in your situation. And like, that be it. Like, there should be no like, I can't believe you did this to me. Like, she did nothing to you. So I did think she was overacting a bit. And for her to hate Asuelu and think that like he slept with Kalani to solidify his presence there. I don't know. They already have a child. Like, another child doesn't make much of a difference. It's still a child. It's still 18 plus years. It's still forever. Like, with one or two, like, it doesn't matter. So I kind of think she was a bit overreacting in that situation. But we'll see what happens. So next we're gonna do Eric and Lita. Eric and Lita are still trash people. I don't know what to say. Eric tries to mend things with Tasha and, was it Tennille, I think, and Jenica, his daughters. And they all, like, they want nothing to do with their father. Even the 11-year-old was just kind of like, she was mean to my sister. She just kicks her sister out because she wants everything proper and stuff. And, like, she's old enough to understand that, and she doesn't like that. That's her sister. Her sister, that's been with her for her whole life. Like, I don't want you to make my sister cry or treat her bad. And we also know the sisters are talking shit about Lita. And then Eric is pleading with them to, like, come on, like, she's your new stepmom, like, as a grown person, like, she is too old to be my stepmom. Like, no. She's your wife, and that's as far as I'm going to, that's as far as the title I'm going to give her. She's your wife. She's not my stepmom. I'm too old to be, she's not going to be taking care of me or doing any stuff, and she doesn't want anything to do with me. So, like, she's your wife. That's yours, type of thing. And, like, Eric's doing a shitty job of trying to get them on board, to come to the wedding. Tasha's just like, no, I'm not coming. And, like, I wouldn't too. I would have, like, disowned my father and not even talked to him, much less have him come and try to plead his case to me. Like, no, it's not happening. His older daughter was just like, too, like, I don't like the way she's acting. Like, no. And obviously, I feel like the younger daughter, by default, will want to do what her older sisters are doing. And, like, Eric doesn't understand that, like, choosing, and, like, they made it crystal clear, he is choosing his new wife over his family. When I say family, his kids. That's, like, he's made it clear that, like, it's she, then them, type of thing. And, like, it should always be your kids, type of thing. Because Lita, she threatens you every other day that she's gonna leave and stuff. Your kids can't really do the same thing. They can threaten to leave and stuff, but, like, you're bounded by, like, blood. So, like, you can leave, you can do whatever, but, like, you'll always be, like, my offspring. And, like, I feel like Eric's disregarded that. Lita doesn't give a fuck. She is cold inside. Like, she doesn't care at all. And she goes to get her makeup done, I guess, for a trial, before her wedding, to see if she likes what they're doing, and she's, like, talking about, like, what she doesn't like about them, and, like, just talking shit and stuff. And I'm like, Eric, do you watch the episode as it airs and just sees all the stuff that, like, this is the love of your life is saying? And I don't understand why Eric acts like Lita is, like, his only option. Like, I have no one. This is my last chance at love. Eric, you're not 75. You still have a chance at love. So, like, please don't act like this is the only girl that actually said she should care about me, and, like, this is the only thing I can do. Otherwise than that, there's no one else. Eric, first of all, America's a big place. I'm sure there is someone there for you, like, someone else better suited for you. Or, like, the world is a big place. I'm sure there are other people in Indonesia, there's other people in Asia that would suit your needs better than Lita. So please stop trying to act like this was your final straw. There's no more, there's no hope for me, type of thing, because, like, you sound foolish. So they're still trash people, and that's all I have to say about them. And then last but not least, we have Steven and Olga. So Olga meets up with her best friend to talk about, like, I guess her situation, what's been going on with her. And her friend brings up a point of, like, I don't know if I can trust Steven. Because, like, this visa process is taking long, which, okay, fine. But, like, do you think he's even applied for the visa and stuff? And, like, when I heard her friend say that, I was like, nah, he's been talking about this visa since time. Like, nah. And now her friends put all this doll in her head and stuff. And she's kind of wondering that too. Well, Steven decides to get Olga alone to talk with her. And he sits her down and he's like, I have something to tell you. So Olga's like, okay, what is it? And he tells her that he not only did not apply for the visa when he told her he did. He just applied for the visa when he just got to Russia. I was like, okay, I had a feeling that he didn't apply for it like right away as soon as he got off the phone with her. He's like, I applied. But like, that whole 9 months that she was pregnant, she was thinking that the process was going and blah 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 was happening. I was like thinking to myself, like, Olga, did he ask you for paperwork or anything, or like did he just like fill in something online and say like, oh, I haven't heard anything? Like, this man was lying to you for the past 9 months. You thought like 9 months gives me time to know if it's processed, all this stuff. Nothing was going on. He was living his life. He was doing his own thing. He was not looking about the stuff. So when he says he's spending all this money on the visa, he's lying. That is a major red flag. And that kind of had me just like, it made me just want to like slap Steven. I was like, are you kidding me? And Olga kind of brushed it off really quickly, because I would have been cheesed. I would have been like, excuse me, like, you've been lying to me this whole time. And then you were talking about taking my son away and blah, blah, blah. Which Steven, thank God, came to the conclusion that Olga needs to be with Richie and that he's not taking his son with him, because Steven can't take care of a child, and we all know that. So I'm glad that Richie stays with his mom, so he has access to food 24 hours when he needs it, love, comfort, and like a caring person. Because Steven, that was really cool. I can understand if you didn't want to marry her, or you didn't want to go through this process and be like, okay, hold on, let me just see first, versus just like, yeah, we'll get married, we'll do all this stuff, and then not do anything. But Olga like forgives him on the spot basically, and just is like, oh, you should have told me and stuff. And like, I'm like, he's been lying for a long time, because you've been asking him, and then he's acting like you're annoying him, and he's giving you all this fake answers. So Olga, he applied for it now. You need to be on top of it. You need to be asking him the status. I don't know, like, I assumed it was a two-process thing. Yeah, so I assume that, like, because we're doing this together, essentially, I have some input and you have some input, so we'll always know like the status, we'll know what's going on, versus you do everything and then I just come. So I don't know how it works, but like Olga needs to be on top of this if she really wants this. And then Steven formally proposes to her. So now he wants to marry her, because before he didn't want to. That's why he didn't do the process. That's why he didn't go ahead with everything. That's why he wanted to just take his son. He wasn't really in love with her. He liked her. He thought she was fun, cool, spunky, all this stuff. But like, he wasn't committed, and that shows. But he is committed now, all of a sudden. I don't know. Still very sketchy with them, and I don't think Olga should be super forgiving so quickly, because like, you would lose some of my trust, because that's something you lied about for a very long time. And I'm still now, I still have to stay in Russia, and now we have to wait way more months to see what happens. But yeah, I really think there's gonna be like an episode or two left, because everyone's getting married and stuff, so I'm excited to see what happens. This episode was pretty good. Everything was kind of simmering down, so there was less like bad drama, but I'm okay with this, because like, I feel like we need a break from this TV show. especially with social media. It's too crazy for me to keep up with everybody. So with that being said, that concludes my recap of 9 Day Fiance Season 6, Episode 10. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just a dumb cunt, fucking sick and tired of it. Maybe I could front love, maybe I could buy a zip, maybe I get fucked up. Next time I could save some. Why it's gotta be like this? Why it's gotta be that way? Put it inside. Feel so rise up, banging on that loud.